Hi guys, welcome to my blog. I'm going to discuss the planning and preparation in hiking activity. First, mountaineering, also known as mountain climbing or alpinism in Europe, is a sport that involves climbing a mountain. Mountaineering is more physically difficult than hiking, regardless of the duration of the journey, which can vary from a few hours to multi-day expeditions. In preparing or planning, we must hold a meeting. An orientation, often referred to as pre-climb in the Philippines. It is a gathering held prior to the actual climb at which climbers discuss the climb. Many climbs coordinated by formal organization require participants to hold a pre-climb, and this practice has spread even among independent hikers. Planning a climb. Pre-climb meeting is a comprehensive study, presentation and discussion of the essential parts of concluding a climb. A plan to climb must first be submitted and approved by the officers of the organization in order to be designated as an official climb. The organizers of the climb should serve notice to the members at least 1 week beforehand, and then organizational regulations require that all the participants of the climb conduct a pre-climb meeting at least 3 days before the start of the climb. There are some objectives of the climb that determine the level of preparation, like minor climbs, guideship climbs, major climbs, cleanup climbs, training climbs, and exploratory climbs. In route planning, it basically tackles all the aspects involved in bringing the team safely and efficiently to and from the backcountry. Next is the itinerary of the climb. It is a basically detailed breakdown plan of the journey to be undertaken. The value of having an itinerary is realized in keeping up with schedules to avoid unnecessary discomforts. Next is budgeting. It can help in determining the approximate cost of transportation, possible lodging, meals, and other expenses. Meal planning also, we can calculate the amount of food to be carried on an expedition, and it is determined by the length of stay in the wild plus extra rations in case of emergencies. Hiking and backpacking. Can our body survive from such intense activity? Exercise can build your strength, decrease the potential for injuries, and help problems areas such as weakness. Most exercise to improve cardiovascular fitness also work your hiking muscles. The weather condition you're in before heading out, the easier for your load will feel lighter. If you have only a couple of weeks for vacation, much better to enjoy each day than to spend some of them getting broken in the trail. The best way attraction tend to be a little farther from the road. Cardiovascular training. Currently, conventional wisdom is the 3 aerobic workouts a week will improve or maintain cardiovascular fitness. An aerobic workout simply means one that makes your heart and lungs work hard at what's called target pulse rate. Your target pulse rate is 60% to 90% of your maximum heart rate, which is your age subtracted from 220. Or use a less formal gauge. If you're breathing heavily and still can converse with a partner, you're at the right level. If you can sing, you're not working hard enough. If you're gasping and can barely talk, you're working too hard. The workout need last only about 20 minutes at your target rate, with 5 minutes of reduced activity to warm up and 5 minutes to cool down. You can get this workout from jogging, bicycling, especially uphill, running stairs, stair climbing machines, rowing machines, Nordic skiing machines, and the like. But you also can get it walking briskly up a steep hill, which subjects your knees to less stress than, for instance, jogging does. A loaded pack increases the intensities. Strengthening exercises. For additional strengthening, if you have access to free weights or weight machines, work your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, but also do some upper body pumping and pushing, like split squat, seated leg lift, the skier, prone leg lift, calf raise, abdominal crunch, prone hyperextension. Stretching. Stretching is an important part of staying fit, especially when you're building your muscles. A muscle becomes stronger after every workout, but in the process, it shortens, which is felt as a tightening. Stretching the muscle counteracts this tightening, which in turn decreases the danger of suffering of pulled muscle or other injury when exercising. These are the example of stretching, like calf and Achilles tendon stretch, hamstring stretch, quadriceps stretch. Developing safety skills. The keys to avoid injury have more to do with your head than your body. Most threats come from mistakes, misjudgments, and lack of preparation. Knowing what to look out for will enable you to avoid most problems and cope with most mishaps. Management. One of your most important responsibility in the mountaineering is to avoid polluting it. Many streams and lakes have been fouled by backpackers and hikers who practice poor sanitation. Even biodegradables like orange and banana peels should be packed out. Walk quietly so others in the area can savor the pure delight of the sounds of nature. The overall aims of camp management are to raise the standard of living the camp to ensure that assistance and protection programs are in line with international agreed laws and standards and therefore enable the camp population to enjoy access to their basic human rights. Equipment and hiking. Equipment. If you're taking a stroll in the park, all you need are walking shoes. But if you're headed out into any sort of wilderness, you need to take some basic gear and emergency essentials. Be sure your day pack cargo includes gear to help you cope with unexpected weather changes or mishaps along the trail. You'll be able to fit all you need easily into a day pack. The day pack needs to be fancy, just a basic rucksack like students use for carrying books. A hip belt makes the pack much more comfortable by taking the load off your shoulders, but it isn't absolute necessary. For some summer hikes, you may even be able to fit everything into a fanny pack or a lumber pack, small zippered bags and that wrap around your middle. These are the equipments that can be used like footwears, boots, and sandals. Sandals are not allowed while backpacking. Boots, footwears rules are simple. Wear the lightest and most flexible boot you can find. If you really need a waterproof shoe, go for all rubber or shoe pack like leather top or rubber bottom construction. And here are some equipments needed like first aid kits, camp shelter, tents or tarps, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, stoves, utility rope, 12 mm laid rope for safety and emergency, not intended for uh, technical climb. And also lamp, an alternative to campfires, provide lights and safety. Grove first aid kit to contain medication for common wilderness injuries. Compass and topographic map. Electronic communication, low frequency radios or FRS required for groups of 13 or more. Backpacks. In backpacking, as an economics need, has a tricky definition, balancing actual need versus desire. So, way versus need is a trade-off. Major equipment items almost everyone agrees the modern backpacker needs include backpack, tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, stove, and water treatment system. As you can see from description that follow, each item involves trade-offs. For today, thank you for watching my video.